For today we will talking about approximation. Let's know what's the meaning of approximation. Let's take small example to show me the meaning of approximation. If we go with my mother to buy new clothes and I choose a very beautiful t-shirt and your mom say to you it's a very beautiful t-shirt and ask you what is the price of it, how much does it cost. You look at the tag and they tell mom this is 99. This is the price of this t-shirt is 99. And the mom say to you it's rounding 100. Say the actual price of t-shirt is 100? No, the actual price of t-shirt is 99. But mom make approximation for the price and they say 100. Why mom say 100 and they don't say 98? Because in approximation like to go for 10 and the doubling of 10, like 10, 20, 30, 100, 1000, 2000, 200. This is doubling of 10. Because this number it's very easy in operation of math, like times, divided, plus, subtraction. When we have zeros, it's very easy to make any operation. So approximation wanted to go to the 10 and the doubling of 10. Let's take another example to show. Let's take another example. If you have a birthday and your mom preparing for your birthday party and asked you how many friends you will invite in your party, you say I will invite 18 kids. And the mom say approximately it will be 20. Why mom say 20? 20 it's very easy when you make calculation to prepare the things for the birthday party. And the 18 is nearest to 20. 18 is nearest to 20. And you wanted to buy hats for you and your friends for the birthday party. And when mom asked the seller what is the cost of the hats, he told him it costs 9. It say it's rounding 10. Why say 10? Because 10 is very easy to make the calculation. When we say 10, 10 times 20, it will be 200. 10 times 20, it will be 200. Because the number of your friends is 20 and the cost of the hat is 10, 10 times 20 is equal to 200. And asked the seller about the cake and he say it cost 190. He said it cost rounding 200. So he calculates the total cost. It will be very easy to calculate it because the cake will cost 200 and the hats will be cost 200. 200 plus 200 equals 400. So approximating loves to go to the doubling of 10 to make the operation in math very easy. Let's talking about the number line. In the first, we must know the doubling of 10 or tens is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. This is the tens. Okay. If we have number like 36, like 36 is between 30 and 40. If I wanted to know if 36 is nearest to what? If we look to number 9, 36 is nearest to 30 or 40. 36 is nearest to 40. So when I make approximation for 36, it will be 40. Another number like 52. If we look, 52 is between 50 and 60. If I wanted to make approximation for 52, 52 is nearest to 50 or 60. Yes, it nearest to 50. So when I make approximation for 52, it will be 50. Let's take the last example, 25. 25 is the middle of the number line. It's between 20 and 30. Is nearest to 20 and nearest to 30 in the same time. What I will do? Let's take a small example to explain this point. If I ask you to do your homework and you give your homework is 10 pages and you do 5 pages of it, you do the half of homework. I will say to you, good, you needest to finish your homework because you do the half of homework, 5 of 10. So 5 is nearest to the finished. So 5 is nearest to the highest number. So 25, it will be nearest to the highest number. So when we make approximation for 25, it will be 30. Okay. Thing, if I wanted to make approximation for number like 27, 27 is between 20 and 30. 20 and 30. If we look 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 21, 2, 3, 4 is nearest to 20. But 5, 6, 7, 8 is nearest to 30. So when I make approximation for 27, it will be 30. This sign, like a dash and a move, is called approximation. This sign is called approximation sign. Let's know very important thing. We have two kinds of numbers. Weak numbers, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, weak numbers is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This number don't give me a 1 and the number stays the same. Another number is called strong numbers. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Strong numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This number it can give me a 1 and the number go to the highest number. Okay. If I take another example like 23. 23 is between 20 and 30. If I wanted to know the approximation of 23, 23 is nearest to 20 because it's 3 steps from 23 to 20. But we have 7 steps from 23 to 30. So when I make approximation for 23, it will be 20. Let's learn how to make approximation to the nearest 10. To make approximation to the nearest 10, in the first we must determine the place value of tens. So we determined is this number we have 45. So I determine the tens it's 4. We have in tens 4. And I will look to the number on the right. I will look to the number on the right of the number. If we look in 45, the number in the right is 5. And I asked myself if it's 5 from the strong numbers or weak numbers. Strong numbers is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And weak numbers is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 from strong number, so it will give the 4, 1. So 4 becomes 5. And the number in the right will become 0. So the approximation of the 45, it will be 50. It will be 50. And we say before, if we have 5 in units, it will nearest to the highest number. So 45 between 40 and 50, so it will go to 50. Another example, if we have number like 48, in the first we must determine the tens. We have here in tens 4. And the number on the right of 4 is 8. I will ask myself if 8 is a strong number or weak number. Yes, 8 is a strong number. So it will give 4, 1 and the 4 becomes 5 and the 8 will become 0. So the approximation of 48, it will be 50. Very easy. Let's take another example. 62. 62 is between 60 and 70. In the first, we must determine the tens place value. So 6 is the tens. And I will look to the number in the right, which is 2, and ask myself if 2 is a strong number or weak number. 2 is weak number, so 6 it will take anything. So 6 rest 6, and the 2 becomes 0. So the approximation of 62 it will. Let's know the rule. Rounding rule. In the first step, find the number. The second step, look right next door. The number in the right. If it's 5 or more, yes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, raise the score. Will give the tens 1. If it's 4 or less, like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, let it rest. The number will be the same. Okay, let's remember the rule. The first step, we underline the digit in tens or digits we want to make approximation for it. And look to the number on the right of it. If it is strong number, 5 or greater than 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I will add 1 more for the tenth number. If it less than 5 or weak numbers like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, leave it. And the number on the right in the two cases will be 0. If a strong number or weak number, it will be 0. Let's take an example. Make approximation to the nearest 10. The first number is 279. In the first, we must determine the tenth number. So I will underline the tenth, which is 7. And I will look the number on the right, which is 9. I will circle it and ask myself if 9 is strong number or weak number. If it is strong number, it will give the 7 1. If it a weak number, the 7 will be the same. Okay, the strong number is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 from the strong numbers, it will give 7 1. The 7 becomes 8 and 9 becomes 0, and the number before tens will be the same, 2. So the number after approximation will be 280. Let's take another example, 4832. In the first, we determine the tenth number. It will be 3. And I will circle the number on the right, which is 2. And ask myself if 2 is a strong or weak number. Weak number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 is a weak number. Don't give 3 anything. 3 becomes the same. So I will write 3 and 2 becomes 0, and any number before 3 will be the same. So the number after approximation will be 4830. Another example, in the first we determine the tenth number, which is 5, and I circle the number on the right, which is 6, and ask myself if 6 is a strong or weak number. Strong numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 is a strong number, will give 5, 1. 5 becomes 6 and 6 becomes 0, and the numbers before 5 will be the same. It will be 1060. More exercise. Let's make approximation to 10. The first number is 514. In the first, we will circle the number in the tens, which is 1. And I will look the number in the right and circle it, which is 4. And I will ask myself if it's strong or weak numbers. 4 is weak number, so the number will become the same. Don't add 1 because 4 is weak number. So I will write 1 and the 4 becomes 0 and I will write the digit 5. So 514 after approximation will be 510. The second example, we have 85. We will circle the 10th number, which is 8, and the number on the right, which is 5, and ask if 5 is strong or weak. 5 is a strong number, so it will give 8 1, and 8 becomes 9, and 5 becomes 0. So 85 after approximation will be 90. The third one and the last one and the remaining exercise will be homework. 108. I will circle the tens, which is 0. And I will circle the number on the right, which is 8, and ask if 8 is strong or weak. Yes, 8 is a strong number, so it will give 0 1, and the 0 becomes 1, and the 8 becomes 0. The number after approximation will be 110. The remaining exercise will be homework jr4. If I wanted to make approximation to nearest 10, but he gave me an example plus. In the first, we must make the plus or the addition, and then I will make approximation. If I make addition, I will start from units. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So the number after addition will be 94,467. I will circle the 10th number, which is 6. And I will look the number in the right. The number in the right is 7. It is a strong number. So it will give 6 1. 6 becomes 7 and 7 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 94,470, and so on. We will make the remaining exercise as a homework. It's very easy. In the first, to make addition or subtraction, and after addition or subtraction, we will make approximation to the nearest 10. Let's take another example about approximation to the nearest 10. In this example, we have number A, 236. In the first, we must determine the tens, which is 3, and circle the number on the right, which is 6, and ask myself, 6 is strong or weak? Yes, 6 is strong. So it will give 3 1, 3 becomes 4, and 6 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 240. Number B, we must circle the tens, which is 5, and look in the number on the right, which is 1. 1 is a weak number, so it will not give 5 anything. 5 becomes the same. And 1 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 7,650. And so on. It's a very easy exercise. Let's talking about another thing, approximating to the nearest 100 or to the nearest 1000. The same steps we do before at approximating to 10, we'll do in approximating to 100 or 1000. In the first, we must determine the place value and look the number in the right. In the first, we're talking about approximating to the nearest 100, all 100. In the first example, we have 268. We must underline the number 100, which is 2, and look on the number on the right, which is 6, and ask it if 6 is strong or weak. 6 is a strong number, so it will give 2 1, and 2 becomes 3. What about 6? It will be 0. What about 8? It will be 0. So the number after approximation will be 300. Another example, we have 52,417. The number in hundreds is 4. and I will circle the number on the right, which is 1, and ask it if 1 is a strong or weak number. 1 is a weak number, so it will not give 4 anything. 4 becomes 4, and 1 becomes 0, and 7 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 52,400. Let's take number C. We have 999. I will look in the 100, which is 9, and then the number on the right, which is also 9. 9 is a strong number, will give 9, 1. 9 after approximation will be 10, and 9 in tens will be 0, and 9 in units will be 0. So the number after approximation will be 1000, and so on. Let's make an approximation to nearest 1000. In this case, we will look in the number on the 1000 and look in the number on the right if it is strong or weak. Let's take the first example, number A. We have 2514. The number in 1000, which is 2, and the number on the right, which is 5. I ask myself if 5 is strong or weak. 5 is a strong number, so it will give 2, 1. 2 becomes 3, and 5 becomes 0. 1 becomes 0. 4 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 2000. The number B. In the first, we must determine the number in 1000. We have a problem. We have 495. What about 1000? 1000, we assume in 1000 we have 0, because we don't have 1000. So the number 1000 we will put 0. And we look the number on the right of 0, which is 4. 4 is a weak number, so it will not give 0 anything. So the 4 becomes 0, 9 becomes 0, 5 becomes 0, and we have 0. So the approximation of 495 will be 0. Okay, let's take another example. Number C, 108. The same like number B. We don't have 1000, so I will put 0 in 1000, and look on the right, which is 1, and it with weak number. Don't give 0 anything, and the number after approximation will be 0. Let's take. If we have 483 plus 96, 483 plus 96, if we make additions, 3 plus 6 equals 9, 8 plus 9 equals 17, 7 and carry up 1, 1 plus 4 will be 5. The number will be 579. And he asked me to make approximation to nearest 100. So I will look in 100, we find 5, and the number on the right is 7. 7 is a strong number, will give 5, 1, so 5 becomes 6, and 7 becomes 0, and 9 becomes 0. This is the approximation to nearest 100. The remaining exercise is homework. And this is, let's talking about approximation to nearest 10,000. In the 10,000, we will do the same steps we do before in 100,000. In 10,000, we will look to the number in the 10,000, which is the fifth number from right. The fifth number from right. The first example, we have 65,432. The number in 10,000 will be 6. The number in 10,000 will be 6. And I will look the number on the right, which is 5. 5 is a strong number, so it will give 6, 1. 6 becomes 7. 6 becomes 7, and 5 becomes 0. 4 becomes 0. 3 becomes 0. 2 becomes 0. So the approximation will be 60,000. What about the decimal number? I will ignore the decimal number. I don't see it. So the number after approximation, it will be 60,000. The second example, we have 15,387. The number in 10,000, which is 1. And the number on the right, which is 5. 5 is a strong number. It will give 1, 1, and 1 becomes 2. 5 becomes 0, 3 becomes 0, 8 becomes 0, 7 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 20,000. Okay, let's see number C. Number C, we have 10,500. We will circle the number in 10,000, which is 1, and the number on the right, which is 0. 0 is a weak number, don't give 1 anything, so 1 becomes 1, and 0 becomes 0, 5 becomes 0, 0, 0. So the number after approximation will be 10,000. The remaining exercise will be homework. Let's talking about approximation to the nearest 100,000. The same steps we do before in 10, 100,000, 10,000, we will do in 100,000. We determine the number 100,000, which be the sixth number from right, and look the number on the right if it's strong or weak number. The first example, we have 87,654,321. The number in the 100,000, which is 6, and the number on the right, which is 5. 5 is a strong number, so it will give 6, 1, 6 becomes 7. And the 5 becomes 0, 4 becomes 0, 3 becomes 0, 2 becomes 0, 1 becomes 0. 87 will be the same, so the number after approximation will be 87,600,000. The second example, which is 61,950,000, the number on the 100,000, which is 9, and the number on the right, which is 5. 5 is a strong number, will give 9, 1, but 9 will be 10. What I will do? I will do 0 and carry up 1 up to 1. 1 becomes 2. And the 5 becomes 0. The number after approximation will be 62 million. The third example, 1,234,578.9. I will look the number in 100,000, which is 2, and the number on the right, which is 3. 3 is a weak number, it will not give 2 anything, so 2 becomes 2, 3 becomes 0, 4 becomes 0, 5 becomes 0, 7 becomes 0, 8 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 1,200,000, and I will ignore the decimal number, I can't see it. Okay, let's take another example. Number D, we have 650,049. If I wanted to make approximation to nearest 100,000, I will circle the number in 100,000, which is 6. And I will look on the right, which is 5. 5 is a strong number. We'll give 6, 1, 6 becomes 7. And the 5 becomes 0, 4, 9 becomes 0. So the number after approximation will be 700,000. And I will ignore the decimal number. Okay, jr4, finish today's approximation. See you next time. Thank you.